If you have ever looked at makeup brushes and wondered what each one actually does, this video is for you. Today I'm breaking down the face brushes I use as a makeup artist, how I use them, and most importantly, how you can stop wasting money buying brushes you don't need. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Janvi, a bridal makeup artist based in Bangalore and available worldwide. This is part 1 of my Makeup Brushes 101 series, and today we are talking all about the face brushes. Let's start with this PAC 131 brush. Now technically this brush is sold as a highlighting brush. I don't really use it for highlighters. I actually use it for liquid and cream complexion products. This is exactly why I tell people not to get caught up in brush names. What matters is the shape. If a brush works beautifully for a product, use it. Makeup doesn't have strict rules. Moving on to the next brush. This is the PAC S13 brush, and this is one of my favorite concealer brushes. It fits beautifully underneath the eyes, it works around the nose, and it's amazing for spot concealing. If you're somebody who struggles with concealer placement, this type of brush makes a huge difference. Moving on to the next set of brushes. Now these are probably some of the most hardworking brushes in my kit. The PROARTE PF66 and the CS Essentials FB1 brush. They have a very similar shape and purpose. If you're building a makeup kit, this is the type of brush I would prioritize because one brush can do multiple jobs. These brushes can apply foundation, liquid blush, cream blush, bronzer, and contour. I often use the same brush throughout the complexion process. I don't completely deep clean the brush. After wiping it on a tissue, a tiny amount of leftover foundation remains in the bristles. That actually helps create a seamless transition between foundation, blush, and contour, making everything melt together more naturally. Whether these brushes are called foundation brush, buffing brush, or a complexion brush, what matters is the shape. If you see a brush with dense bristles and a slightly rounded flat top like this, chances are it will work beautifully with foundations, cream blushes, liquid blushes, cream bronzer, and contour. Next up, we have powder brushes. Now, before we talk about powder brushes, I want to mention something. I personally prefer using powder puffs for setting the makeup. I feel like they give me more control, but these are the powder brushes I use the most. For powder, this PAC T04 is one of my most used brushes. It's incredibly soft, and because of its size, it fits beautifully around the nose and smaller areas of the face. If I need precision powder placement, this is usually the brush I reach for. This is the ProArt PF55 blush brush, and I mainly use this for powder blushes and powder bronzers. The reason I love it is because it's fluffy and has slightly sloped edges. That shape naturally creates a softer and more diffused finish. So if you're someone who tends to apply too much blush or bronzer, a fluffy brush like this can be incredibly forgiving. Lastly, we have this Mars F102 powder brush. Now this brush actually comes as a part of a brush set and is not sold separately, but I still wanted to include this because I use it quite often. This is a great brush for setting the face. You can also use it for bronzers and blushes, but there is one thing to keep in mind. This brush is denser than the ProArt brush, and denser brushes usually pick up and deposit more product. So whenever I use this brush for color products, I always tap off the excess first or work the brush onto the back of my hand. That gives me much more control and prevents patchiness. And that's it for the face brushes that I personally reach for the most in my kit. If you are a beginner, don't feel pressured to buy every brush you see online. Start with one complexion brush, one concealer brush, one powder brush, and build your collection over time. If you have noticed throughout this video, I haven't been using every brush for just one specific purpose. A lot of these brushes can do multiple jobs, and that's exactly why I encourage you to focus on understanding brush shapes rather than getting too caught up in what a brush is called. The more you understand your tools, the easier makeup becomes. I hope this video helped simplify face brushes for you and give you a better idea of what to look for when building your own collection. In the next part of this series, we'll be talking all about eye brushes. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.